right, guys, we have a new intro here for the Bear Pack. Trey, if you want to pull up our subscriber goal, we are so very close to 9,000. We are 95 away, actually, from being to 9,000. We're going to give away a sports memorabilia giveaway. We're going to do that on our live show on Friday coming up here soon. And then we have the 10K subs for 1,000, and then the 12K sub. We're going to send someone to a game again. Probably not the Super Bowl, but who knows? Who knows? It depends on how fast you guys get us there. But, Trey, you would notice that we are down a man. Seth is no longer with us. He had to take a step back, dealing with some family stuff. So Trey, we love having 3 people on the show. So we are going to fix that problem with this. We're looking for one person each week for each video to compete for $250 on our college football, college basketball, NFL, or NBA video. This is going to be a contest for the Bear Pack to enter. All you got to do is comment Bear Pack on the video or sport you wish to compete in. So if you think you know the best, if you know the most in college football, you're going to comment on that college football video. If you think you know the most in the NBA, you're going to comment on that NBA video, okay? That's how it works. You can only compete in one of the sports, guys, only one of them. We will bring on one person per week to record videos for that selected sport, and they're going to give their picks for the entire week. So how that works is, in NBA, there's usually NBA every night, so we're going to have one person on the NBA show on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're going to have 7 picks. You're going to come on for the NBA. You're going to give out your picks for the entire week. The individual with the best record at the end of the season is going to win $250 for that sport. So we're going to have multiple people in and out every week. There's going to be someone different. If you think you're best in college football, you're going to comment on the college football video. If you think you're the best in the NFL, comment on the NFL video. We're going to keep a running score of everybody who comes on the show and gives out their picks for the week. The winner at the end of the season is going to win $250 for that sport. Something new, something fresh. We want to keep 3 people on the show, so we're going to ask the Bear Pack members to come on and give their best picks of the week. So if you're interested in that, comment Bear Pack on any of the videos you see this week. All right, Trey, let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get some NCAA football picks and props for Friday, November 17th slated game. Trey, pull up the leaderboard. I hate Boston College. Start us off.
Wait, did you go 0-1?
I sure did.
Dang it. Well, I messed up the graphic.
Oh,
well, I went 1-0 myself because I gave out the under 46.5 total points in the Boston College versus Pittsburgh game. And I said there's no chance that Boston College scores 30-plus points and no chance Pitt reaches 20-plus points. And so far that was actually flipped. But either way, the under did hit because there was only 40 total points scored.
And like Trey said, I did go 1-0 with the under 40. No, I'm just kidding. I had Boston College on the money line, 0-1 day. I reversed the reverse of the jinx on a deja vu bet. So I need to get back on track today. And I got a really good game to get back on track on. But Trey, I'm going to have you start.
Yeah, and I'm going to be talking about this South Florida at UTSA game. And this game should be a very fun one to watch. Both teams, they are coming off a big win last week. And South Florida, they're coming to this game with a 5-5 record and our 5-5 ATS. And they beat Temple last week 27-23. And Temple did even have EJ Warner. So that win does look pretty good. And UTSA, they're coming into this game with a 7-3 record, but are 4-5-1 ATS this season. But they are coming to this game red hot. They are winners of 6 straight games. And they are winning those 6 straight games by an average score of 40-22. So their offense seems to be humming over the last month and a half. And I expect that offense to continue here in this game. I'm going to stay away from that spread because it is pretty massive at -16. And instead, I'm just going to expect UTSA to put up a ton of points here. And I'm going to take their over 41.5 total points in this game. And in 2 of the last 3 games for South Florida, their defense has been a massive liability because against Memphis in their last road game, Memphis, they put up 59 points on South Florida. And then 2 road games ago against UAB put up 56 points against South Florida. And this UTSA offense is averaging 40 points per game alone over the last month and a half. So I honestly think that they could even put up 50-plus points here in this game. So I love that we can get this number at 41.5. I expect a massive dose of Frank Harris in this game through the air and on the ground. And Harris, he came into the season as a Heisman dark horse, but he stumbled out of his gates with some new weapons. But he does seem to be catching fire here lately. So give me UTSA to score over their 41.5 team total against South Florida.
Yeah, Trey, I do like that one. South Florida defense is doo-doo. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at Colorado going up against Washington State. I'm going to take Washington State -4.5. I'm also going to take the over 62.5 points scored in the game. The start of the season was awesome for Colorado, and I do think Coach Prime is a good head coach. I think he's going to have his boys ready next season with the help of some new recruits to get that line beef up. But right now, Washington State's the better team, even though they have been on a losing streak. Both these teams are coming in at 4-6, so this is a very important game if either of these teams want to make a bowl appearance. These teams have been very similar this season, but I think Washington State has the better players to win this game at home. This season, the Cougars are winning their home games, including wins over Wisconsin and Oregon State. Oregon State, a very good team this season. That was a big win for them at home. Colorado, they did win their first game of the season. They shocked everybody going on the road against TCU, but since then, they've been really bad on the road. I think Cameron Ward and the Cougars do enough in this game to cover the spread and get that over total points. It's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. Give me Washington State minus 4.5 and give me the over 62.5 as my 2 plays. Trey, let's move to the player props. Start us off.
Yeah, and I went 1-0 on the player props as well because I gave out Rodney Hammond yesterday over 56.5 rush yards against Boston College. And Hammond, he finished this game almost 100 yards over that number with almost 150 rush yards. He was just a stud in this game. He broke off a 60-plus yard rushing touchdown. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was able to catch it like the last 5 minutes of the game, and the first play I saw was him breaking an 80-yard touchdown, so he was a stud tonight. I did give out Thomas Castellanos to go over his rushing yards. I didn't see any lines anywhere. PrizePicks, FanDuel, DraftKings, so I am going to give myself an 0-0 day. He finished with 19 yards, probably wasn't going to hit, but if you guys did get a line, let me know. I will gladly put an 0-1 up there if anybody did bet on it, if anybody could find a line, but I couldn't find a line, so I was going to say an 0-0 for right now. But Trey, let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow. Start us off.
Yeah, and I'm going to be attacking this UTSA game again. I'm going to be taking Joshua Cephus here over 93.5 receiving yards against South Florida. I just talked about how I expect UTSA to put on the hurt on South Florida in this game, and I think that Frank Harris is going to be having a big day through the air. Well, I'm just going to be taking his running mate here with Cephus because Cephus has simply been his go-to guy this season because he has attributed for 32% of the total receptions for UTSA, and he's turned that into 34% of the team's total receiving yards this season. So 1 out of every 3 balls seems to be going Cephus's way, and that is great news for us in this game because this South Florida pass defense is downright terrible. They come this game ranked as the 3rd worst unit in college football. That's because they allow a massive 295 passing yards per game, and with Cephus having 34% of his team's total receiving yards this season, that projects him to finish right at 100 receiving yards in this game, which is over this number. So give me Joshua Cephus to go over 93.5 receiving yards versus South Florida.
Yeah, Trey, I like that one. Well, for my play today, I'm going to be looking at Cameron Ward to go over 326.5 passing yards going up against Colorado. Despite Washington State dropping 6 straight games, this team still ranks 3rd in the nation in passing yards per game. Doesn't make any sense that they're a 4-6 team. They're averaging 337.9 yards per game and 7.88 yards per play through the air. Cameron Ward has been a machine this season. He's thrown for over 3,000 yards with 20 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. And Colorado is one of the worst teams in the nation this season defending the pass. And despite losing all these games in a row, Cameron Ward has thrown for 300-plus yards in 3 of his last 4 games. The Washington State defense is letting him down a little bit, which is why I like the over, which is why I like Colorado to score some points with Washington State here. But I'm going to take Cameron Ward to go over his 326.5 passing yards as my play. Trey, let's throw up the graphics. Start us off.
Yeah, and I gave out the UTSA over 41.5 team total against South Florida. This South Florida team has been pretty bad, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and UTSA's offense has been humming. And I also paired that with Joshua Cephus over 93.5 receiving yards against the same South Florida team. That's a sweet same game parlay right there.
Yeah, but I got 2 game plays. I'm going to go Washington State minus 4.5. I think the losing streak ends with Colorado here, and I'm going to take the over 62.5 points. 3rd best passing team in the nation going up against a really bad defense. In Colorado, they're going to be able to score points against this Washington State defense. So I like a lot of points scored in that game. And then I'm going to take this thrower for Washington State. Cameron Ward over 326.5 passing yards. He's been great this season despite them losing 6 in a row. So I don't think he's a problem. I think he soars over that number as well. But guys, that's going to do it for NCAA football plays for Friday, November 17th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. I'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,